Good morning. I'm going to start off by thanking everybody who was involved in getting this event ready. The amount of work that goes into producing these videos, to making sure we're all fed this morning, to inviting you and coordinating everything is truly extraordinary. So I just want to take a moment to thank the serving staff here, the chefs, the event staff at the Port of Seattle. So with a round of applause. And in fact, this event really does get better and better every year. It's starting to feel a little bit like the Oscars, like short speeches, video in between. And unfortunately for you, instead of Ryan Gosling, you get Ryan Calkins. I also want to say how grateful I am to get to be a part of this particular commission. It is a truly historic moment for the Port of Seattle right now. We had an opportunity to celebrate the ascension of two extraordinary leaders to the president and vice president role for our commission, Commissioner Mohammed and Commissioner Asagawa, we just heard from. That is no accident. These are two extraordinary leaders. They are not just trailblazers, but I think two of the most talented leaders I've ever met. And probably, I'm guessing here, but probably two of the most talented commissioners that the Port has ever had. In just 2 years at the Port, they have already made the institution stronger through important structural changes that have made us better. We're more resilient and more responsive to our community's needs because of them. My fellow commissioners, along with thousands of employees, have also created a culture of equity, not only because it's the right thing to do, but also because it helps us to recruit and retain the best people, the best businesses for our contracts, and also to meet our customers' needs better. Of the many things that the Port does, I'm especially proud of our workforce development programs. It's something I've been focused on since I started, and I get to renew that focus this year in participation on a couple of committees that oversee that work. We really are at a disruptive time in our economy. I'm sure all of you in your own organizations are thinking about how to address in your employment practices things like the advent of AI and machine learning, how we move goods and people throughout our economy, and the fact that climate change is demanding different ways to operate. In order to meet tomorrow's workforce needs, we need strong programs in place right now. Our work with community partners, as we've seen highlighted, through that we try to ensure that Black and brown communities, women and gender diverse people, that they too can enter the kinds of apprenticeships and workforce programs for our industries that are absolutely critical to making sure that we have the pool of workers we need in the future. And it doesn't end at training. We also need to ensure that our workplaces welcome these new entrants to the workforce. Look at the example of Bellevue, for instance. Bellevue became a majority minority city nearly a decade ago, and I personally think that that's part of the reason why Bellevue has continued to thrive in spite of the pandemic, of inflation, of housing scarcity, of all the challenges that we face in the region. Bellevue has really been a shining light. In fact, I think it's the diversity of languages spoken at home, of religious experience, of national origin, that has been Bellevue's source of strength. For us at the Port of Seattle, we need to think about that diversity as we think about our workforce development needs. We need to expand our programs in aviation and construction careers. And now we have this rapidly expanding portfolio of careers in the green economy that we need to work to fill. Perhaps more importantly, these living wage careers will be available to people who historically have been excluded from the kind of skilled labor jobs that provide a living wage for people throughout their lifetime. It's good for our economy when dollars stay in the community and when families can meaningfully access living wage jobs to support their households. The prosperity that many enjoy in our region can be unlocked by thousands more people who call the Northwest home. In fact, I have often said that I think we think about economic development exactly backwards. Instead of thinking about what we need to do to make our region attractive to CEOs, we need to think about how we make it attractive to workers. In fact, our region's extraordinary economic history, marked with global successes, is actually a history of the workers. riveters on the aviation production line, longshore workers on the docks, fishers out at sea, and now a new generation tackling a new set of challenges. Now I get to introduce a video that features graduates of one of our workforce development programs, sharing exactly what that kind of access to living wage jobs in aviation means to them and their families. Thank you so much.